Did you know that millions of people today have rising creatinine levels and don't even realize it? Creatinine is one of the simplest numbers on a blood test, yet it can tell you more about your kidneys than almost anything else. And here's the good news: in many cases, you can start lowering it right at home with simple, science-backed changes. But here's what puzzles me as a doctor. Why do so many people follow every piece of advice they find: cutting down on salt, drinking more water, eating clean, and still see their kidney numbers getting worse? They avoid red meat. They skip processed foods. They even spend money on supplements and detox drinks. Yet every time their blood test comes back, that creatinine number hasn't moved. Or worse, it's higher than before. So what's really happening here? The problem isn't that they're not trying. It's that most people are focusing on the wrong triggers. Because sometimes, it's not what you add to your diet, it's what you unknowingly keep doing that silently pushes your kidneys harder day after day. Think of your kidneys as two quiet filters that never take a break. Everything you eat, drink, or swallow sends them a message. And when that message contains too much protein, dehydration, or the wrong kind of medication, your kidneys have to work overtime until one day that creatinine test finally exposes the strain. If that strain continues for months or years, it can lead to fatigue, swelling, or long-term kidney damage that no supplement can reverse. That's why understanding the root causes behind rising creatinine levels isn't just helpful, it's essential. So today, I'm cutting through the confusion. No gimmicks, no empty promises, just real medical insight and simple changes that have helped thousands of my patients lower creatinine naturally. Let's start by understanding what truly causes creatinine to rise in the first place. When creatinine levels start to climb, it's easy to assume it's only because of kidney disease. But that's not always the full story. In many cases, creatinine rises from everyday habits that quietly stress your kidneys without you realizing it. One of the biggest factors is diet, especially a diet high in red meat or cooked animal protein. When you eat a lot of meat, your body breaks it down into compounds that create extra creatinine. It doesn't mean meat is bad, but when the kidneys are already working hard, that extra load can push them even further. Intense exercise is another common cause. During heavy workouts, your muscles use more energy and release more creatinine as a natural byproduct. That's why athletes or people who suddenly start high-intensity training often see a temporary spike in their blood tests. The increase doesn't always mean kidney damage, but it's a sign your body is producing more waste than usual. Certain medications and supplements can also play a role. Some antibiotics, blood pressure drugs, and especially creatine supplements used by bodybuilders can raise creatinine levels. Your kidneys must filter these substances, and when they're overloaded, it shows up in your lab results. Then there's dehydration, one of the most overlooked causes. When your body lacks enough water, your blood becomes more concentrated, and creatinine levels appear higher. Chronic dehydration over time can make this effect worse and put real strain on your kidneys. Underlying health conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure are also major contributors. They damage the tiny blood vessels inside the kidneys, making it harder for them to filter waste efficiently. Over time, this leads to a gradual buildup of creatinine in the blood. In rare cases, infections or autoimmune conditions, such as lupus and vasculitis, can inflame kidney tissues, further reducing filtration. The key takeaway is that rising creatinine doesn't always point to one single cause. It's often the result of many small stressors adding up. The good news is that these same factors can be improved through daily choices. So now that we understand what raises creatinine levels, let's look at the most effective natural ways to bring those numbers down and help your kidneys work more efficiently. Starting with one of the simplest, the foods and drinks you choose every day. One of the simplest and most effective ways to protect your kidneys is to stop using creatine supplements. Many people take them to build muscle, boost strength, or improve workout performance. But what most don't realize is that these supplements can quietly raise your creatinine levels and confuse your lab results, even if your kidneys are healthy. Here's why this happens. Creatine is a natural compound stored in your muscles and used for quick energy during exercise. When your muscles use it up, the leftover turns into creatinine, the same waste product your kidneys are supposed to remove. So when you take extra creatine from supplements, your body produces more creatinine as a byproduct. It doesn't mean you suddenly have kidney disease, but it can make your blood tests look like you do. And for someone already dealing with kidney problems, this extra load can make things worse by increasing waste that the kidneys must process. Many fitness supplements contain high doses of creatine, often far beyond what the body needs. Over time, this excess can lead to dehydration, muscle cramps, or digestive discomfort. And for people with reduced kidney function, it adds unnecessary stress. Older adults, diabetics, and anyone with a history of kidney issues should be especially careful, as their kidneys may not clear creatinine as efficiently. If you're currently using creatine, talk to your doctor before stopping or reducing it. Most people don't need it for everyday energy. Instead, focus on natural protein sources like beans, lentils, tofu, and whole grains. These foods provide energy and support muscle health without overloading the kidneys. Staying well hydrated will also help your body remove any extra creatinine more effectively. A few athletes switch to plant-based recovery drinks made with fruit and vegetable extracts instead of synthetic powders. They're easier on the kidneys, offer antioxidants, and help with hydration, a simple swap that keeps performance steady while reducing kidney strain. If you're taking any prescription medication, always check with your healthcare provider before using any supplement, as creatine can interact with certain drugs that affect kidney filtration. I'm Dr. Mattheus from Kidney Health 365. If you've ever taken creatine supplements, let me know in the comments. Type 1 if you still use them, or 0 if you've decided to stop after learning this today. And if you find this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated on more kidney protection tips. Coming up next, we'll talk about how changing your diet, especially the type of protein you eat, can naturally help lower creatinine and keep your kidneys working at their best. What you eat every day has one of the biggest impacts on your kidney health. Changing your diet isn't about strict restrictions or fancy meal plans, it's about giving your kidneys a lighter workload so they can filter waste more efficiently. By choosing the right foods and adjusting how much protein and salt you eat, you can naturally bring your creatinine levels down and protect your kidneys in the long run. Here's how it works. Creatinine is a waste product that forms when your body breaks down protein. The more protein you eat, especially from red meat, the more creatinine your body produces. This doesn't mean you have to give up protein completely. Your body still needs it to maintain muscle and energy, but the source of that protein matters. Plant-based proteins like beans, lentils, tofu, and quinoa produce less waste and are easier on your kidneys than animal protein. At the same time, fiber from fruits, vegetables, and whole grains helps your body remove toxins through the digestive tract instead of overloading your kidneys. But moderation is key. Cutting protein too drastically can cause fatigue or muscle loss, while eating too much can push creatinine higher. The goal is balance enough protein to maintain strength, but not so much that your kidneys are overwhelmed. Seniors or people with kidney disease should work with a dietitian to find their ideal intake. When it comes to salt, less is more. Too much sodium makes your body hold on to water, which raises blood pressure and increases kidney strain. Cooking at home with herbs, garlic, and lemon instead of salt is an easy way to keep flavor while reducing sodium. If you eat packaged foods, check the label and choose low-sodium versions whenever possible. For a healthy daily routine, try building your plate with half vegetables and fruits, 1/4 whole grains, and 1/4 plant-based protein. Drink enough water throughout the day, and include high-fiber foods like apples, berries, and oats to help cleanse the body naturally. If you're not sure where to start, try one small change. Replace red meat with beans or lentils twice a week, or make a kidney-friendly smoothie with spinach, apple, and cucumber for breakfast. These small swaps can add up to a major improvement over time. Those taking medications for diabetes or blood pressure should check with their doctor before making big diet changes, as some foods may affect how those medicines work. Now, I'd love to hear from you. If you've already made changes to your diet for your kidneys, type 1 in the comments. If you haven't yet but plan to start this week, type 0 and let me know what food you'll replace first. Up next, We'll talk about one of the simplest yet most powerful habits to protect your kidneys: how proper hydration can help lower creatinine and keep your body in balance. One of the easiest and most effective ways to support your kidneys is to stay properly hydrated. Water is the body's natural cleanser. It helps your kidneys flush out waste, balance electrolytes, and regulate creatinine levels. Without enough water, those waste products become concentrated in your blood, forcing your kidneys to work much harder than they should. Here's what happens inside your body. When you're dehydrated, the blood gets thicker and more concentrated. Your kidneys then have to filter this thicker blood, which can temporarily raise creatinine levels. Over time, repeated dehydration can contribute to kidney strain or even damage. Staying hydrated helps your kidneys maintain smooth blood flow and consistent filtration, allowing them to remove creatinine and other toxins efficiently. But hydration doesn't just mean drinking gallons of water all at once. The key is steady, consistent intake throughout the day. Most adults need about 6 to 8 glasses of water daily, depending on activity level and climate. If you exercise or live in a hot area, you may need a bit more. The goal is to keep your urine a light, pale yellow. That's a simple sign your body is well hydrated. Be careful though. Drinking too much water too quickly can actually cause imbalance, especially for people with kidney disease or heart problems. They may need to follow specific fluid limits prescribed by their doctor. It's all about balance enough to keep your kidneys working smoothly, but not so much that it creates pressure. If plain water feels boring, try adding slices of lemon, cucumber, or fresh mint to give it a refreshing taste. Herbal teas like chamomile or barley tea are also great choices that hydrate the body without caffeine or sugar. Avoid sodas and energy drinks, as they contain chemicals and phosphorus that can burden your kidneys. A simple daily habit can make a huge difference. Start your morning with a glass of water before coffee or breakfast. Then keep a reusable bottle nearby as a reminder. Even small sips every hour add up. If you're already keeping track of your water intake, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and let me know how many glasses you plan to start with today. Coming up next, we'll look at how exercise, when done correctly, can help improve circulation, strengthen your body, and support healthy kidney function without putting extra strain on your system. Exercise is one of the best things you can do for your overall health. But when it comes to protecting your kidneys, balance is everything. Regular movement helps improve circulation, maintain a healthy weight, and control blood pressure, all of which are vital for kidney function. But pushing your body too hard can have the opposite effect, temporarily raising creatinine levels and putting extra stress on your kidneys. Here's why. When you engage in high-intensity workouts like heavy weightlifting, marathon training, or extreme endurance routines, your muscles break down more rapidly. This process releases more creatinine into your bloodstream as a natural byproduct of energy use. For people with healthy kidneys, this rise is temporary. But for those with early kidney concerns or existing conditions, it can make lab results appear worse and force the kidneys to work harder to clear the excess waste. The goal isn't to stop exercising, it's to move smarter. Gentle, consistent activity supports your kidneys far better than sporadic bursts of overexertion. Walking, yoga, swimming, tai chi, or light cycling are excellent options that keep your blood flowing and muscles strong without overwhelming your body. Even 20 to 30 minutes of moderate movement most days can make a meaningful difference. If you've been doing intense workouts for years, consider easing into a balanced routine. Start by cutting down the duration or intensity and focus more on breathing and recovery. Remember to hydrate before and after exercise. Dehydration after strenuous workouts can spike creatinine levels temporarily. And never ignore signals from your body such as dizziness, fatigue, or cramps. Those are signs that your kidneys and muscles need rest. For seniors or anyone managing kidney issues, the safest plan is to talk with your doctor before starting or changing your exercise program. They can help you choose the right level of activity based on your health and lab results. Next, we'll discuss something that might surprise you: why certain medications and over-the-counter remedies, including painkillers and water pills, could silently raise your creatinine and how to manage them safely. Many people take diuretics, also known as water pills, to reduce swelling, lower blood pressure, or manage fluid retention. When used correctly and prescribed by a doctor, they can be helpful. But when overused or taken without medical guidance, diuretics can quietly strain your kidneys and raise creatinine levels instead of lowering them. Here's how it works. Diuretics help your body remove extra fluid and salt through urine. This can temporarily relieve bloating or high blood pressure. But it also causes your body to lose important electrolytes, like potassium and sodium, that your kidneys need to stay balanced. When this fluid loss happens too quickly, your blood becomes more concentrated, and creatinine levels can appear higher in your tests. In people with existing kidney problems, this can make the kidneys work harder, leading to fatigue, dehydration, or even dizziness. The key is moderation and supervision. If your doctor prescribes a diuretic, always follow the recommended dosage and schedule. Never increase the dose on your own, even if swelling or fluid buildup feels uncomfortable. More isn't better. Taking extra pills can quickly lead to dehydration and imbalanced minerals, which place unnecessary stress on your kidneys and heart. There are also natural ways to help your body manage fluids safely. Eating water-rich foods like cucumbers, watermelon, and celery can promote gentle hydration without disrupting electrolytes. Herbal teas such as dandelion or barley tea may also support mild fluid balance. But these should only be used after checking with your healthcare provider, especially if you're already on medication. If you're unsure whether your diuretic use is helping or harming your kidneys, talk with your doctor or pharmacist. They can review your current medications and adjust your treatment plan if needed. Remember, diuretics are powerful tools, but they're not meant to be used long-term without careful monitoring. Up next, we'll look at another common mistake that can quietly damage your kidneys: the overuse of pain relievers like ibuprofen or naproxen, and what safer alternatives you can use instead. Pain relievers like ibuprofen, naproxen, and other NSAIDs are among the most common over-the-counter medications in America. They're easy to find and can quickly ease headaches, joint pain, or inflammation. But what most people don't realize is that frequent or long-term use of these drugs can quietly harm your kidneys and raise your creatinine levels over time. Here's why. NSAIDs work by blocking certain enzymes that cause inflammation and pain. The problem is that those same enzymes also help maintain healthy blood flow to your kidneys. When they're blocked too often, the blood vessels that supply your kidneys can tighten, reducing the amount of oxygen and nutrients they receive. This makes it harder for your kidneys to filter waste, and creatinine can start to build up in your bloodstream. For people with healthy kidneys, occasional NSAID use in small doses is usually safe, but for seniors, people with high blood pressure, diabetes, or any form of kidney disease, even moderate use can be risky. Taking these medications daily or combining multiple pain relievers without a doctor's guidance can increase the chance of kidney strain, dehydration, and higher creatinine readings. If you rely on painkillers regularly, talk to your healthcare provider about safer options. Sometimes, simple lifestyle changes, such as gentle stretching, warm compresses, or low-impact exercise, can help manage chronic pain without medication. Acetaminophen may also be a better alternative for short-term use, but it should still be taken carefully and in moderation. Always read the labels before using any pain reliever, and avoid taking more than the recommended dose. Combining NSAIDs with alcohol or other medications that affect the kidneys can make the problem worse. And if you notice reduced urination, swelling, or unusual fatigue after taking these drugs, stop and seek medical advice immediately. If you've ever used NSAIDs for pain, type 1 in the comments. If you've already cut back or switched to safer methods, type 0 and share what's been working best for you. Now that we've covered the major habits and products that can affect your creatinine levels, let's take a moment for some important reminders, key safety notes, and medical warnings that everyone managing kidney health should know before making any changes. Before we wrap up, I want to share a few important reminders to keep you safe as you start applying what you've learned. First, remember that not all creatinine elevations mean kidney failure. Sometimes, A high reading can be caused by dehydration, a recent workout, or even certain medications. Don't panic. If your number rises slightly instead, talk with your doctor to understand what's truly behind it. A single test result doesn't define your kidney health. Second, never start or stop prescription drugs on your own. Some people, after watching videos like this, decide to stop taking blood pressure medications or diuretics because they're worried about kidney effects. But that can be dangerous. Always discuss any medication change with your healthcare provider. First, they can adjust your treatment safely while monitoring your creatinine levels. Third, be careful with supplements. Many over-the-counter products claim to cleanse the kidneys or flush toxins, but some of them can actually do more harm than good. Herbal blends, protein powders, and energy drinks often contain compounds that stress your kidneys. When in doubt, check with your doctor or pharmacist before adding anything new to your routine. And finally, watch for warning signs. Your kidneys may be struggling things like persistent fatigue, swelling in your legs or ankles, foamy urine, or changes in how often you urinate. These are subtle clues that deserve attention, not fear. The sooner you act, the better your chance of slowing or even reversing the damage. Your kidneys are strong but sensitive. Treat them with care. Give them time to recover, and stay consistent with your healthy habits. Now let's bring everything together with a few final thoughts on how to take control of your kidney health starting today. We've covered a lot in today's video, and by now you should have a clear picture of what causes high creatinine and how to bring it down naturally. From avoiding unnecessary supplements like creatine to making small but powerful dietary changes, staying hydrated, exercising wisely, and using medications safely, each habit works together to protect your kidneys and support better overall health. The truth is, kidney problems often progress silently. You might not feel anything until the damage has already begun. That's why waiting for symptoms is never a good idea. Every day that you choose better food, drink enough water, and avoid overusing medications gives your kidneys a chance to heal and rest. Starting today can make a real difference in how your lab results look months or even years from now. And here's the hopeful part: you don't need to change everything overnight. Just start small. Maybe skip red meat once or twice a week. Drink an extra glass of water. Replace a sugary drink with herbal tea. These small steps, done consistently, can help lower creatinine naturally and keep your kidneys strong for the long run. Your kidneys are resilient. They just need your support and a little patience. If you want to take the next step right now, write down one simple change you'll start today, whether it's cutting back on pain relievers, going for a short walk, or adding more fruits and vegetables to your meals. These small commitments build powerful habits over time. Remember, this information is for educational purposes and should not replace professional medical advice. Always consult your doctor or a qualified dietitian before making big changes to your diet, exercise routine, or medication use. I'm Dr. Mattheus from Kidney Health 365. If you found this video helpful, please take a second to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new update. And if you're ready to learn more, watch our next video. Top 10 foods to naturally lower creatinine and protect your kidneys. It's the perfect next step to help you stay informed, empowered, and in control of your kidney health.